Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today is going to be the final game of an 8-game road trip for the Cubs. They are 3-4 on the road trip so far, trying to pull even at 4-4. We're going to face the Toronto Blue Jays in the final game of a 3-game series. The first 2 games have been split, and now Game 3 is going to be the rubber match in this contest. We're going to see that for today's pitching matchup, the Cubs are going to send James Paxton out to the mound. He is making start number 17, coming in at 11-0 with a 2.81 ERA and a 0.87 WHIP. Paxton will be supported by a lineup of Cabrera, Bryant, Bogaerts, Santana, Hayward, Bradley, Tauchman, O'Neill playing left, and Ramos catching. The Blue Jays will send pitcher Nate Pearson out to the mound. The righty is making appearance number 27 on the year. He is 4-8 with a 4.44 ERA and a 1.17 WHIP. The Blue Jays lineup will consist of Alford, Tellez, Vlade, Bo Bichette, Randall Grichuk, Teoscar Hernandez, Alejandro Kirk, Cavan Biggio, and Derek Fisher batting ninth as a designated hitter. It is 71 degrees. The roof is closed in Toronto today as we are enjoying a beautiful Canadian fall day. And now we will see Asdrubal Cabrera walking up to the plate to lead off for the Cubs. He is facing Nate Pearson. The Cubs coming in at 58-64, third place in the NL Central. Toronto coming in at 54-71, fourth place in the AL East. So Pearson is standing on the mound. He has 154 strikeouts so far this year, and here is the pitch, 2-1. And that's lined into right field. That is, and a diving catch. Grichuk makes a diving catch and comes up with it for the first out of the game. That absolutely robbed Cabrera, and now Chris Bryant is the batter. Bryant waiting for the 0-2 pitch from Pearson. Here it comes. Flied into center field, going back and making the catch is Alford for out number 2. Bogaerts now batting, coming up with 2 outs, nobody on. And here is the first pitch to Xander Bogaerts. Lined into center field. I believe that's going to drop for a base hit as Alford plays it on a hop. And the Cubs have a 2-out single. So Bogaerts standing on first, and Danny Santana will be the batter. 2-2 count to Santana. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Santana is set down with the fastball at 98. Cubs get a base runner. He is stranded. We go to the bottom of the first of a 0-0 game. Anthony Alford leading off for the Blue Jays. Bottom of the first inning. James Paxton on the mound. Here's a full count and a payoff pitch. Paxton looking for the sign. And here it comes. And that is outside for ball 4. Paxton feels like he got squeezed on that call. And that brings up Tellez with nobody out and a runner on first. Here's a full count pitch to Tellez. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. The runner is going. He throws down to second, and Ramos throws it into center field. So on the stolen base attempt, Alford is going to advance all the way to third. That was an errant throw from Wilson Ramos, and an error is charged. Guerrero now the batter. 1 out, runner on third. 0-0 game. Here's a 1-ball pitch. Popped up center field, medium depth. I think this is going to be deep enough. Bradley has it. He fires it home. The throw comes home, and it's just a hair late as Alford slides in safely to score the first run of the game. Credit Vlade with a sacrifice fly. The Blue Jays now lead 1-0, and Bo Bichette is going to be the next batter. He steps up against Paxton with 2 outs and nobody on. Here is a 1-strike pitch. Popped up behind shortstop. Bryant actually goes back and makes the play in short left field to end the inning. So the Blue Jays score a run without recording a hit, and we go to the top of the second inning of a 1-0 Toronto lead. Pearson will face Hayward in the top of the second. 1-1 is the count, and here's the pitch to Jason Hayward. That's lined into right field. That is going to be right at Grichuk as he hustles and makes the catch for out number 1. Bradley now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. Here is a full count pitch to Jackie Bradley. Pearson working. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that is strikeout number 2. He got him on the slider that time. Tauschman now the batter. He's the designated hitter today with 2 outs and nobody on, and a 2-2 count to Mike Tauschman. Popped up left center field, very high and very playable as Anthony Alford makes the catch in front of the warning track for out number 3. Cubs retired in order in the second. Going to the bottom of the second inning in Toronto, it is 1-0 Blue Jays. Randall Grichuk leading off against James Paxton to lead off the Cubs the Blue Jays half of the second inning. Paxton working with the first pitch. Popped up left field. That's going to be playable as O'Neill makes the catch near the line for out number 1. Hernandez now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count. Teoscar Hernandez waiting for the pitch. That is strike 3 called. The cutter at 95 clipped the outside corner of the plate. And Hernandez is strikeout victim number 2 on the day for James Paxton. Alejandro Kirk is now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here is a full count pitch to Kirk. And that is low. It is ball 4. Another full count walk issued by Paxton. And that brings up Cavan Biggio. 2 outs, runner on first. Biggio waiting for another full count pitch. And that's hit high, right field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Biggio has extra bases. Hayward has it. He throws back into the infield. Biggio's going for a triple. The runner is going to score from first, and now the Blue Jays have a 2-0 lead. Hayward seemed to take a little bit of extra time getting that ball back into the infield. I'm not sure if he had trouble getting a handle on it out there in right field. Nevertheless, the Blue Jays score again, and now Derek Fisher is the batter with 2 outs and a runner on third. 1 ball count. Paxton working. Grounder up the middle. Second baseman Cabrera has it. Throws to first, and that will retire the side. The Blue Jays score again. They double their lead. It is now 2-0 over the Cubs. Tyler O'Neill is going to lead off for the Cubs here in the top of the third inning against Nate Pearson. Here is a 2-2 pitch to Tyler O'Neill. There is strike 3 called, and O'Neill is set down with the fastball at 97. Wilson Ramos now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Wilson Ramos. There's a swinging strike 3 at a changeup. He had him way out in front of that one. That changeup came in 15 mile an hour slower than his fastball. And now Cabrera is the batter. The Cubs leadoff hitter comes up with 2 outs and nobody on in the third inning. Here is an 0-2 pitch to Cabrera. That's a grounder up the middle. The second baseman has it, throws to first, and that will retire the side. So the Cubs are retired in order in the third. We go to the bottom of the third inning of a 2-0 Toronto lead. Anthony Alford is going to lead off for the Blue Jays and see if Paxton can navigate an inning without allowing a run. Here is a 1-ball pitch to Anthony Alford. Grounder up the middle. Shortstop Bogarts has it, throws to first, and that is out number 1. Tellez now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. Tellez pitching, waiting for the 2-0 pitch. Here it comes. Popped up right center field. Going over is Bradley toward the wall and making the catch on the warning track for out number 2. Guerrero now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Paxton working. Here's the first pitch, and that's lined into left center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall for extra bases. Guerrero sliding into second with a double. 2-out extra base hit for the Blue Jays as Guerrero is standing on second And that will bring up Bo Bichette. He is going to come up with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Here's the first pitch. Grounder toward first. The diving play, the throw to first. Oh, and a very nice play. Santana laid out for that ground ball and then flipped it to Paxton, who was covering the base to retire the side. So the Blue Jays strand a runner. We go to the top of the 4th of a 2-0 Toronto lead. Chris Bryant leading off for the Cubs. In the top half of the 4th inning, here is a full count pitch to Chris Bryant. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Fastball at 98, and Bryant is strikeout victim number 5 on the day for Nate Pearson. Xander Bogaerts now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. And Bogaerts pops it up in foul territory. This is going to be playable for the catcher. And Kirk makes the catch for out number 2. Santana now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Danny Santana. Strike 3 called. Got him with a fastball at 97. That is strikeout number 6 on the day for Nate Pearson. So the Blue Jays continue to lead this game. It is 2-0 going into the bottom of the 4th inning. Grichuk coming up to lead off for the Blue Jays against Paxton in the bottom of the 4th. 3-1 is the count. And here's the pitch. That is inside for ball 4, so Paxton issues another walk. That is number 3 for him on the day. And it brings up Teoscar Hernandez. Nobody out. Runner on first. 1-2 count from Paxton. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him on a pitch that was outside the zone. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Paxton. And now Alejandro Kirk is the batter. 1 out. Runner on first. And the first pitch from Paxton. There's a ground ball to third. The throw goes to second. The relay to first. And that is a 5-4-3 double play. The Cubs, with the spectacular infield defense, end the Blue Jays half of the 4th inning. We go to the top of the 5th. It is a 2-0 Toronto lead. Jason Heyward now the batter. Top of the 5th inning. Cubs trailing by 2, trying to break through here against Nate Pearson. Here's a 1-ball count to Heyward, and he pops it up in foul territory. Kirk chasing, and he grabs it in front of the seats for out number 1. Bradley now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to Jackie Bradley. Grounder on the right side. The first baseman has it. Throws to first. The pitcher covering was late, and Bradley is safe at first. That is the Cubs' second hit of this ball game. And now Mike Tauschman is going to come up, representing the tying run for the Cubs here in the top of the 5th inning. There's a runner on first and 1 out, and Tauschman waiting for the 2-2 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Second baseman has it. Flips to short, and that is going to make the first half of the double play. However, there is no relay as Bradley managed to break up the double play at second base. So Tauschman on first on the fielder's choice, and now O'Neill is the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here is the first pitch to Tyler O'Neill. That's lined over the third baseman's head. That's going to drop in left field for a base hit. The runner stops at second. That is a bloop single for O'Neill, and it keeps the Cubs in business here in the top of the 5th inning. Wilson Ramos is now the batter with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Cubs trailing by 2. And here's a 2-2 pitch. And Wilson Ramos swings and misses at strike 3. That is strikeout number 7 on the day for Pearson. So the Cubs get a couple base runners, but they do not score. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 2-0 Toronto lead. Cavan Biggio is now the batter for the Blue Jays, bottom of the 5th inning, leading off against Paxton. Here's a 1-strike count, and the pitch from Paxton is on the way. Lined into center field. That's going to be trouble. It's going. It's going. It is gone. So a solo home run for Cavan Biggio. Straightaway center field, 437 feet, will make the Blue Jays lead 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Paxton now working to Derek Fisher. Bottom of the 5th. 1 run already in. Here's a 1-strike count. And that's lined into center field. That's going to be another base hit. So he stops at first with a single as Bradley gets it quickly back into the infield. And now Anthony Alford is the batter. With nobody out, one runner on, one ball count. Grounder towards short. The throw goes to second, but there is no relay to first as the double play is broken up by the runner at second base. So there's one out now, runner on first on the fielder's choice, and Tellez is the batter against Paxton. 2-1 count. And that's lined into right center field. That's going all the way to the wall. Paxton's getting hit pretty hard this inning. Going to third and stopping is Biggio. And Bradley gets the ball back, or excuse me, Alford stops at third. Tellez strolls into second with a double. And now Guerrero is the batter. Biggio hit the home run earlier in the inning. Guerrero is now going to bat with one out, runners in scoring position. Blue Jays already leading 3-0 in this game. And Paxton working. Here's the first pitch to Guerrero. That's lined into right field. That's going to drop in front of Hayward. One run is in. Second runner is coming around. The throw comes home, and he is safe at home. So a 2-run RBI single for Vladimir Guerrero, and that is now a 5-0 Blue Jay lead. And John Lester is going to come into this game in relief of James Paxton. So Lester coming in. This is his first appearance he's making after his injury and rehab assignment. So Lester coming in, he's thrown 75 2/3 on the season, 27 walks, 58 strikeouts, and an ERA of exactly 5. Lester is going to face Bo Bichette in the bottom of the 5th inning with a runner on first and one out. So Lester working, and here is the first pitch. Popped up to right field. Hayward chasing, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So now Randall Grichuk is going to be the batter with 2 outs, runner on first. Lester working with a 1-2 count. That's lined over the second baseman's head into right field. That's going to be another base hit. The runner is rounding second and heading for third, and he is safe as Guerrero, with a very aggressive base running play, goes first to third on that single. And Grichuk is safe at first with the single. Brings up Teoscar Hernandez with 2 outs, runners on the corners. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And that is strike 3 called. Lester bringing the heat at 90. So the Blue Jays score 3 times. It is now a 5-0 Toronto lead going into the top of the 6th inning. Pearson now the batter with nobody out, as Asdrubal Cabrera leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 6th inning. Here is a 2-2 pitch to Asdrubal Cabrera. That's lined into right field. I believe that's going to drop for a base hit as the right fielder plays it on a hop, and the Cubs have the leadoff runner on in the top of the 6th inning. Chris Bryant now the batter, 1-2 count. Bryant pops that one up to right, long run, but a diving catch as Grichuk makes a head-first dive and robs Bryant of a base hit in right field. Cabrera hustles back to the base so he's not doubled off and brings up Xander Bogaerts. 1 out, 1 man on. 0-2 pitch to Xander Bogaerts. Ground ball toward third. The throw goes to first, and that will be out number 2. The Blue Jays do not even attempt to execute the double play in that situation as Cabrera advances to second uncontested. So on the fielder's choice, Santana has now come up with 2 outs and a runner on second. And here is the pitch. Lined into the right field corner. That's going to drop in for another base hit. Cabrera rounding third. He's heading home. The throw comes home. Cabrera slides, and he is safe. So the Cubs get their first run of the game in the top of the 6th inning. Danny Santana has a RBI single, and now Justin Miller is going to have to come out of the ball game. So the new pitcher is going to be Deolis Guerrero, pitching for the Blue Jays with 2 outs and a runner on first in the top of the 6th inning. Guerrera has thrown 39 1/3 innings. He has 16 walks, 33 strikeouts, and a 5.03 ERA. He is going to face Jason Heyward. Here's the first pitch. The runner's going. Santana heads to second, and he is out. The catcher, Kirk, guns him down at second base. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it is a 5-1 Toronto lead. Alejandro Kirk, who just made that good defensive play to throw out Santana at second base, is now going to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning against John Lester. Full count from Lester. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Oh, he lost a little bit on that fastball. It came in at 89. So Lester now facing Biggio with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-1 pitch from John Lester. Biggio hit a home run his last time up. This time it's a grounder to short. The throw goes to first, but Biggio is going to hustle down the line and beat the play at first base. So credit Cavan Biggio with an infield single, and it'll bring up Derek Fisher. With 1 out, 1 man on, 2-2 count from Lester. Grounder towards second. The throw goes to short, but there is no relay to first. The Cubs cannot turn the double play. And now Anthony Alford is the batter. Fisher safe on first on the fielder's choice. There are now 2 outs. And a 3-0 pitch from John Lester. And that is outside for ball 4. So Lester issues the 2-out walk. Walked him on 4 straight. And now Lester will face Tellez with 2 outs and 2 men on. Here's a 3-1 pitch from Lester. And that's lined into left field. O'Neill, however, racing to his right, makes the catch for out number 3. So the Blue Jays do not score. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It is a 5-1 Toronto lead. Heyward is going to face Deolis Guerrera. Now Guerrera started with Heyward last inning. However, there was a stolen base attempt, and that ended the inning when the runner was thrown out at second. So now Heyward comes up, and he has to face Guerrera again. This time, here's an 0-2 pitch from Deolis Guerrera. That is strike 3 called. Got him with the fastball at 94. And Guerrera will now face Bradley with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 pitch from Guerrera. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Bradley heads back to the dugout. 2 down as the Guerrera has struck out both the batters he's faced so far. And here's Mike Tauschman, also coming up from the left side. 2-2 count. Tauschman waiting for the pitch. Lined into center field. That's going to be a clean single right up the middle for Mike Tauschman. Cubs get their 6th base hit of the game, and it brings up Tyler O'Neill. He will face Guerrera with 2 outs and a runner on first. Cubs down by 4. Here's the pitch. Grounder up the middle. This time the shift is on. The second baseman was standing directly behind the bag, and he picks it up and steps on second to end the inning. So the Cubs get a base runner, but he is stranded. We go to the bottom of the 7th of a 5-1 Chicago deficit. Lester continuing to work in the bottom of the 7th. He is a starter by trade, and so he's going to work multiple innings here in relief. There's a grounder towards short off the bat of Guerrero. The throw goes to first, and Guerrero is thrown out for the first out of the 7th inning. Bo Bichette is now going to face Lester with 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 count, and he grounds one up the middle. This time Cabrera has it, throws over to first, and that is out number 2. Grichuk now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Lester working to Grichuk with an 0-2 count. Lester with the pitch. Strike 3 called, and that will end the inning. So Lester sets him down in order in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It is a 4-run Toronto lead. Wilson Ramos coming up to face Guerrera here in the top of the 8th inning. Ramos leading off for the Cubs. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called on the check swing, and Ramos is sent back to the dugout. Cabrera now the batter, and he is going to face a new relief pitcher. Ty Tice is coming in for the Blue Jays. He comes in with 46 2/3 innings thrown, 23 walks, 51 strikeouts, and a 6.75 ERA. Cabrera, the switch hitter, will step in from the left side against the righty Tice with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count. Tice working. And that is a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Cabrera also chalks up a punch out. And Tice will now face Bryant with 2 outs and nobody on. Bryant waiting for the 0-1 pitch. And that's lined past the shortstop into left field. That's going to be a 2-out single for Chris Bryant. Cubs trying to make a little bit of 2-out magic happen here in the top of the 8th inning. Bringing up Xander Bogaerts with 2 outs and a runner on first. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Xander Bogaerts. Grounder up the middle. Shortstop has it. Throws to first, and Bogaerts is retired easily to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. That is a 5-1 Chicago lead. Chicago deficit. Sorry. Teoscar Hernandez is going to face the new Cub pitcher, Sammy T, in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tu Avila has thrown 32 innings, 16 walks, 30 strikeouts, and a 5.91 ERA. Here's a 1-strike pitch from Sammy T. Looking for the sign. And here's the pitch. And that is hit high and hard to left center field. Deep and gone. As O'Neill watches it leave the park. Teoscar Hernandez hit that ball 385 feet, and the Blue Jays now have a 5-run lead once again. It is 6-1 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Kirk now the batter, nobody out. Sammy T trying to find this first out of the 8th inning. There's a 3-0 pitch, and that's a walk. So that's a walk on 4 straight, and it brings up Cavan Biggio. Kirk standing on first. Biggio already with a home run today. He gets a 3-1 pitch, and that is ball 4. So Sammy T really struggling here. He's faced 3 batters, not retired any of them. Derek Fisher now the batter with nobody out, runners on first and second. Here is a full count pitch, and that is outside for ball 4. So Derek Fisher heads down to first. The bases are loaded on 3 straight walks, and Sammy T is now going to face Anthony Alford with nobody out and the bases loaded. Here's a full count pitch, and he walks in the run. So 4 consecutive walks equals a run for the Blue Jays. And the score is now 7-1. Blue Jays have scored twice in this inning, and Casey Sadler now is going to be the batter. With nobody out and the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th inning, Sadler with an 0-1 count. He is working to Rowdy Tellez, and here's the pitch. And Tellez hits that one pretty hard, deep right field. It might be. It is gone. Hayward watched that one leave the park 424 feet, and it is now an 11-1 Blue Jay lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. So the Blue Jays have now scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 8th, and Guerrero is going to be the next batter as he comes up to face Casey Sadler. 1-1 count, Sadler with the pitch. That's lined into left center field. That's going all the way to the wall for extra bases. Guerrero rounding first, heading for second. He's going to slide into second with a double. The Blue Jays have now scored 6 runs in the inning and have not yet had an out recorded. Bo Bichette is coming up to face Sadler with nobody out, runner in scoring position. Here's an 0-2 pitch. And Bichette lines that one up the middle. That's going to be another base hit. Rounding third and heading home is the runner. The throw comes home and he is safe. Guerrero scores. Bo Bichette fires in another RBI for the Blue Jays, and it is now 12-1. Grichuk is now the batter with nobody out, runner on first. Here's a 2-1 count to Randall Grichuk. There's a ground ball to third. The throw goes to second. The relay to first, and that'll be a ground ball double play, 5-4-3, which will get 2 outs for the Cubs in the inning. All they need is 1 more to make this end. Teoscar Hernandez now batting, 2 outs, nobody on. Sadler working with a 2-1 count. And here's the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. The catcher has it, throws to first, and that is going to retire the side. So the Cubs allow 7 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 12-1 Chicago going into the top of the 9th. Ty Tice is going to face Danny Santana here in the top of the 9th inning. 0-2 pitch. Tice Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the changeup. So Santana is a strikeout victim, and bringing up now Jason Hayward. With 1 out, nobody on, here's an 0-1 pitch. And that's hit high right center field. That is going to be gone. So the Cubs have doubled their run total here in the top of the 9th inning. It is now 12-2 in favor of Toronto. Hayward with the solo home run, 408 feet out to right field. Jackie Bradley now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Bradley waiting for the 3-1 pitch. And here it comes. Bradley grounds it back up the middle. The pitcher has it, throws over to first, and that is going to be out number 2. So Tauschman now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Tauschman waiting for the 2-2 pitch. Cubs down to their final out, and that is strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So the Cubs lose 12-2. Toronto got 12 hits, 12 runs, and no errors, while the Cubs got 2 runs on 8 hits with 1 error. We will see that the player of today's game is Cavan Biggio. For Toronto, he went 3 for 3, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, drew a walk, and hit his 27th home run of the season. The Cubs' John Paxton actually suffers his first loss of the season. He threw 4 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and allowed a home run. The Blue Jays' Nate Pearson is credited with the win. He improves to 5-8. He threw 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, and 7 strikeouts. So the Cubs dropped to 58-65, while the Blue Jays improved to 55-71. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.